Hello everyone, this is Sushma. In this video, I will share how I use Git to manage my research projects by efficiently tracking different versions of my code. So a little bit background on that, how I learned Git. So a few years back, I was sitting in an interview for a postdoctoral position, and I still recall that one question which I was not prepared for. The question was, do you have any experience using version control? Until that point, I had heard about a popular version control system called Git multiple times. I had heard about it many times, but I was still using my traditional version control methods, such as using track changes in Word or saving different versions of my course, naming them as version 1, version 2, final, super final, actual final, etc. And that was working for me. So didn't I hadn't learned about version control until that point. And after this interview, I was now so motivated to learn about Git. And once I did, I found it very useful uh, to both who work independently in their one local machines, and also to those who collaborate with other researchers, share their work or share their course with others using platforms such as GitHub. So to keep this video short and simple, I will show here how I use Git to keep track of my course when I'm working independently in my computer. Okay, to install Git, you can go to the Git source code management website, git-scm.com. And here you can read Git is a free and open source distributed version control system. And it also has GUI apps available. This is for especially helpful for those who do not feel that comfortable writing command lines in Windows terminal. So in that case, the graphic user interface apps can be of great help. So to install, you can go to the install option here. Before that, here are many other sections where we can read more about Git, the Git reference documentation and video tutorials and cheat sheets and others. So for now, let me click the install button, and here I have Windows in my computer, so I would go to this first line, click here to download. If you are using Mac OS or Linux, you would follow the other options. And just to note that sometimes the Git users might face some errors while running Git, and that could be because it's not added to your path. So while downloading and installing the Git, please make sure that it's added on your path. So once you do that, I have already downloaded and installed it in my computer. So to check, I can go to my command prompt. So I just typed Windows plus R, and then I do CMD, and then when I hit enter, the command terminal opens. And to check if Git is installed correctly or not in my computer, I just do git space dash dash version and hit enter. It shows that Git version 2.50.1 is installed in my computer. So that means it's installed correctly and I'm good to go. The next step would be doing some configuration, such as, for example, you could set your username and email just to track who made changes at what time, especially useful when you are collaborating with others. So to do that, we can do git config space dash dash I'm doing the global configuration now, global user.name, and then I write my name here. And then let me also do the email configuration, git config space dash dash global user.email, and then I am writing my email here, jahal@gmail.com. And then if you need to check what username you have set, you can just do git config dot name, and then it will show that it's set as Sushma. You can also see the list of all the configurations that are there saved. So to do that, you can just write git config space dash dash list, and then it will show you, give you the list of the configuration. For example, the username I gave Sushma, my email, and the core editor I have is Notepad, etc. So once we have set that, we can go ahead with the further steps. So I have set my working repository here in my desktop with name git demo. So there I have a readme file, a txt file, a word file, and a sample code R code file. So I will show here. So let me see my current directory source. Now let me change my directory to the location where I have that. So I do have that in desktop git demo. I set it as my directory. I changed the directory to this one. Now I have the git demo directory as my current directory. So let's see what are the files there in this directory. Let me do dir space // and we can see there that I have 3 files and two directories. And let's also see if there are any hidden directory or files there. Yet, so none, right? So that means there is no git related directory or files, anything there. It's not there. So to do that, I will need to initiate git in this directory. To do that, this is a very important step that will initialize git in your working directory or repository. So to do that, I just do git init git init, and then it's initiated. It says initialize empty git repository. So that means there should be this repository in this directory now. Now let's check whether or not that happened. Yes, I am checking the content of the folder again, and here we can see that there is one dir directory with .git. That means all the things, all the changes that will make in the files in this directory will be now tracked by Git. So that's the main first step. Now I will give you a very short demo on how we can make changes to the files. So let me go to my R code. Here I have the R code where I'm just for the demo purpose using the iris data to do some descriptive analysis. Now let's check the status of this directory by typing git status, and it shows that we are on the main branch, and there have none of the commits done yet, and we have the 3 untracked files. These are the same files that we have there in that folder. So it gives us hint that use git add file to include in what will be committed. So nothing added to commit, but untracked files are present. So I would like to add all of them for git to track. So I will do git add space period and then enter. So you could also do it like one by one, whichever you want, just like git add readme.txt or git add sample.code. But for now here I'm adding all of them using git add dot command. And now let's check the status. Git status, it will show that there are changes made and they need to be confirmed, they need to be committed. So commit is a very popular term in using Git. So now let me confirm the changes, adding git commit and then space dash yum. Yum is for message and I'm adding here added readme file initial report and first main code file. That's my message. And now when I do git status, it will show that it is a clean tree and there are no any files that need to be committed. And then we can also check the status git of the log. So you can do that using git log, and when we do that it just shows like who made what changes, what was the main message while making the change. So here it says the author name and then date and what was the main message while committing that change. Now let me go back to my code and then let me add a code for box plot. Let's suppose I worked on this code and now I added a section for box plot. I did control yes, I saved it, and then now let's go to the git the terminal here, and then I will do git status and it will show that the sample code has been modified. But the change is not staged for commit. So I would like to add the change. So I would do git add space start, and then let's again check the git status, and it will show that this change need to be committed. And then I will do git space commit and dash yum, and I will write section for box plot added and then write it. Now let's check the git log, and it will show that there have been two changes made. The first one was added readme file, and the second one was just now that I made section for box plot added. And if you would like to see the whole set of change, you can say you can do git show, git show, and then hit enter, and it will say that this box plot code was added. Now let me go back to my R code and make some other changes, like suppose I'm doing experimentation with the correlation related analysis, and I added a note here, comment here for experimentation of the correlation, and I added a code here to do the correlation test of sepal length and sepal width. And then now let me go to Git, and here I do not want to do this change in my main branch. So I want to make another branch where I'm just working on the correlation. So for that I can use git branch, and let's suppose the name of the branch is correlation trial, and then I do hit. But remember that even if you do a branch, you will still be in the main branch until you haven't switched it to the other branch. So if we do branch, if you do git branch, it will show that there are two main branches. One is the main one and the other one is the correlation branch. So since I wanted to make the changes in this correlation trial branch, I would switch to git switch to correlation trial, and then now my all the changes that I will commit or add will be in this branch. So here in this code I have added the correlation related code in the main code file. So now let me add that in my correlation trial branch. So to do that I will do git git add or let's first see the git status. So it says that there has been some modification in the code, and I want to add this modification. I want to add doing by git that add, and then I do git commit space yum message is trial with correlation analysis, and then let's see git log. It will show that in my correlation trial there has been some changes in my correlation trial branch, and I made that change with the message that trial with correlation analysis. Now let me switch back to my main git branch. Let's say main branch. So it will be by switching git switch git this is git switch main. Now I'm in the main branch, and now let's see what are the changes in there. Git log. So you don't see that latest change that I made in the correlation trial. It hasn't affected my main set of code. It had all the changes has been only in the correlation trial branch. Let's suppose I did the correlation trial, I ran that code and it works for me, and now I want to merge all those changes that I made in that branch in my main file. So in that case you can just do git merge from where correlation trial. So now we are in the main branch, and I want to merge the changes from correlation trial to the main branch using git merge. So when I do that, it shows that there have been some changes. Now let's see the status of my main branch. So it shows that on the main we are on the main branch and nothing to commit because everything has been already merged. And when we do the git log, it will show that there has been one change: edit readme file, initial report and main code. And then here the latest one with trial with correlation analysis. From the correlation trial it has been merged to the main, and then we can do git show to see that for experimentation of the correlation, this was the last commit that happened in the main branch. I hope you found this video useful to get started, to start using Git in your one local computer, and from there you can take it to collaborating with others in platforms such as GitHub, and it will be just a matter of learning few more command lines such as git remote, git clone, or git push, git pull, etc. Yeah, thank you for watching.